Hi, I'm Tim Perry from Multichannel Merchant. I'm with Kevin Lee from Didit, and we're talking a little bit about Google and some of the things that they've been doing in the past year. So Kevin, tell me, Google's made a lot of changes and enhancements since this time last year. What are some of the top things merchants need to be aware of? They're going to still show up on the first page of the search results.
Well, clearly Google's made changes in both the organic and the paid listings. Some pretty serious changes from a product mix perspective. With PLAs being probably the biggest change that retailers need to worry about on the paid side, getting their feeds in order. What we find a lot of retailers fail to think about with regards to their feeds and PLAs is how important images and price are in whether or not the PLAs show up or not. So clearly, having a PLA feed is great and you can bid more, which is going to increase the likelihood that you show up. But price is really important, particularly for commoditized goods, and then having a different image than your competition can sometimes set you apart. With regards to algorithmic search, they continue to refine both Penguin and Panda with regards to making sure that there's not duplicative content or insufficient content or low quality content being served up. So it's really important that you think about user-generated content and reviews, but also think about changing up the way in which you describe products and the way in which you use language. And it's a far cry from what it was in the old days where you thought about keyword density. With semantic search these days, Google starts to understand the relationships between words and words that have similar or related meanings. And so if you can get natural copy about your products on your individual pages that truly are descriptive, I think you can end up getting more than one bite at the apple to rank for things than you might have in the past.
One other question then, with Google Shopping and how that's changed the game a little bit too. Is it purely just about your PLAs, or does everything else tie into that as well?
Everything else really ties in. I mean, PLAs are in their own little silo with regards to how PLAs rank and whether or not PLAs are shown, but clearly they're being shown alongside traditional AdWords. And when you think about all the other AdWords extensions and how their use has exploded over the last year or so, for a lot of retailers, in particular retailers with a physical presence, things like having your geography data also enabled within the location extensions, or deciding whether or not to have the social media extension turned on. If you have enough people who've +1 your brand or your page, that can make a big difference in making the visibility of your ad stand out against the competition. And then the days where quality score can make or break your campaign, making sure you use these other extensions intelligently can really enhance the other portion of your paid campaign, the non-PLA side.
Okay, Kevin, thank you very much for your time today.
Happy to help.